Today we are going 0 to 9 with
Hi, I'm Avinash.
okay. He is into the mentoring and uh, helping startups to grow in that space, you can say. And I think we should just move to the first question, and that would be what does your business do? And try to explain it in one sentence.
In a single sentence, if I have to put it, I think the best way is creating a support system for startups and SMEs initially, where wherever they see the gaps, that can be filled by some level of expertise. We are putting that expertise to them. So it's a very short way of explaining.
Okay, yeah. Take me to the founding journey. How did you find this startup? Founding journey of this startup.
See, ideally, this project, which we call it as collaborate, okay. This is something that has stemmed from the fact that when about 16, 17 years back, when we started our journey as a professional career, I had a company called as Fast Track Events. Okay. A very successful company to a large extent. We have worked with some top brands as event managers at the age of 20, right?
Hmm.
But unfortunately, we never had a goal. We never had any guidance. So it was just, making money and spending money ultimately. Uh, in just 3.5 years of running that organization, even though it was a good success, we worked quite well, but we had to shut it down because we saw the operation slowing down. And the minute we saw less money, we thought, okay, let's find more lucrative options for ourselves. Uh, but when after a few years of working in the corporates as well, I saw this happening around me that people are doing the same mistakes as me, not specifically to money itself, but the direction and I would say what is required from them at certain points. Something was missing. So that's when I thought maybe pulling in my experience of running multiple companies in the past would help these people to fill those gaps, give them a certain direction, help them understand the markets better. So this is what my journey has been to reach this particular collaborate project, and this is something that has come
Okay,
together
yeah.
over a long period of time.
Yeah, so that answers our questions. Our third question is that what gaps did you see in the market? While okay, coming on to the next question, that would be what challenges are you currently facing in the business? Is it more to the talent acquisition, or you can say acquiring more clients, or
Right. Uh, I think the biggest challenge that I would probably face, or I'm still facing, is the initial rapport or the initial conversation that we do. Because obviously no one knows me. I'm not such a major name in the industry that people will Google me and
yeah,
come to take the advice from me. However, whoever I've had a conversation with has seen that yes, I can create value. And of course, we only work with members where we are also assured that there's some value that can be created.
yeah,
It has to be both ways, right?
yeah, yeah, sure.
So that's the challenge where we saw that the initial conversation needs to be, to some extent, we
Yeah,
have broken that part of it, but we're yet to explore quite a few channels as well.
okay, fine. Next question would be uh, how do you find such businesses or such startups that are requiring, and how are you finding these people?
Right. So at the moment, if I could say, one of the channels that I have explored is I'm reaching out a lot of these events that happen across Bangalore. Startup events. There's a very large community of startup
Yeah,
events
yeah.
that happens. So I'm going there. I'm introducing myself. You know, and wherever I feel that yes, these are particular startups that can take my help. You know, then I fix up something. I have a 1 hour meeting with them. We discuss on a few challenges. I provide my solutions, and if the founder or the person who's heading the company feels that yes, Avinash's solution seems something worthwhile, then we get into a model where we start mentoring or we get into a brainstorming session
Okay, yeah.
depending on those factors.
So, how do you filter these startups? Because there are many early stage founders or startups that have not even they have just built the product in 4 days and they just are
Right.
running for the events कि भाई यहाँ पे pitch करेंगे ये करेंगे वो करेंगे और Do you filter it out that these people have traction and these are the one I would like to work for them?
I think the biggest filter for me that I am currently looking at, very honestly, is the value that I can create. Okay. What I mean by that is I'm currently mentoring companies that are not even registered, are just in the ideation stages. I am working with companies that have an MVP. I'm also working with companies that are in revenue stages at different levels, right? But the one common aspect in all these companies for me is I'm able to provide inputs that actually makes sense and helps the company progress to the next step.
Okay.
So that's the most important thing. So it's value from my end. And of course, very importantly, if the founder sees that value. If it is, then we have a synergy where we can work together.
Okay, yeah. Next to what's your vision for the next 5 years? Because it's not like you need to either delegate or you need to provide this. You need, if you want to scale this business, you need to make it something automation or something, you need to put it.
Right. See, as of now, very honestly, I've not thought of this 5 years down the line, but at least what I've thought for 2026 is dedicating roughly about a few number of hours on a weekly basis for all my mentees. I'm not looking at saying, okay, I'm going to have 50 people, I'm going to have 100 people as such. It's based on the value that I'm creating currently. Okay. It's the number of hours as a human being, how many official number of hours I'm able to put in for this as a project. Uh, of course, eventually down the line, it will come to a point where scaling up is definitely a question. Uh, but the point of it at that point of time is I will have something else coming up as well, which helps me scale up my revenue. Whereas this one, of course, I will make revenue, but the idea is not just to prioritize revenue, it's to create that value that I'm personally looking for.
Yeah.
It's like leaving a lasting mark in the starting world and that legacy that I would like to create. So
Okay.
that's more of a vision for this particular company that I have.
Okay. Yeah. So I think will be we'll come to the last question. Where can people learn more about your project and you?
Well, I have something coming up in the form of a website, yet to be revealed. I'm not really that satisfied with the outcome as of today, but there is already work happening at the back end. So we will be coming up with a website soon. But as of now, if anyone would like to reach me, I'm available on LinkedIn. It's Avinash Chilwaraja. So you're always welcome to reach out on LinkedIn, and yeah, that's the best way to reach me out at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for giving so much time and when say putting I would say that putting so much value to this conversation. And yeah, I think that's a wrap up. Yeah, well,
Perfect. Thank you, Mohammed.
yeah,
Have a great day. Thank you so
yeah,
much.
yeah. Tomorrow we go 0 to 9 with another founder, new story.